Yamuna Kiravanachari
Yamuna Kiravanachari
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari
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 Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari
Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari
Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari
Gopijana Vallabha
Yashodanandana Vrajadana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vrajadana Ranjana Yamuna Kiravanachari Yamuna Kiravanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yamuna Kiravanachari Yamuna Kiravanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopijana Vallabha Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Nandana Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Nandana Yamuna Tira Varachari Yamuna Tira Varachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari 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 Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Nandana Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Nandana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Vrajadana Randana Yashodanandana Vrajadana Randana Yashodanandana Vrajadana Randana Yashodanandana Vrajadana Randana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari 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 Yashodanandana Vrajadana Randana Yashodanandana Vrajadana Randana Yamuna Tira Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Kapijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Kapijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Kapijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashoda Nandana Vrajana Randana Yashoda Nandana Vrajana Randana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jara Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajacharya Sataraswata Shri Srimad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajacharya Sataraswata Shri Srimad His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Jai Ananda Kuru Vaishnava Ki Jai Namacharya Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Ganadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhaktavan Ki Jai Jai Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govaran Ki Jai Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai Mathura Dham Ki Jai Navadi Dham Ki Jai Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai Ganga Mai Ki Jai Amana Mai Ki Jai Tuesday Ki Jai Bhakti Dev Ki Jai Hare Ram Sankirtan Yagya Ki Jai Grandaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Samaveta Bhakta Bani ki jai, Nitai Gaura Premanandi, Hari 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 Bol, all glories to the Sambodhivari, Hare Krishna. All glories to the Sambodhivari, Hare Krishna. All glories to the Sambodhivari, Hare Krishna. All glories to Shri Guru Angoranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna, Stay Bhutri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta. Shamani Namani Namaste Suraswati Devi Guru Vani Yunachari Nalin Vishwesh Sunamari Vashchati. Hare Krishna, everybody. YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. Right, Hare Krishna, don't be shy. Manish Pangeni, Purnima Day, Nara Singh Rao, Hare Krishna, dear friends. Danny Bronwyn, Hare Krishna, Danny. Where are you from, Danny? Where's the mic?
Oh, sure. Put it
Mega, Hare Krishna, Mega. Thank you for joining us. Jesus Christ is coming. Very good. They asked Prabhupada, what would you do if Jesus Christ came? And Prabhupada says, we would welcome him.
He would come here?
Yes. Preeti Gaur. Shamdai, of course. Gabriela. Srinivas. Peter Kirchner. Oh, Danny is from Australia. Okay, I thought America. Purnima, Hare Krishna. Beautiful singing. Neo Prabhu. Okay, YouTube. Shikha, yes, Hare Krishna. Shika, I hope you're still there. We fixed the sound, sorry about the sound. RP, Hare Krishna, RP. Frank is back. Hare Krishna. Okay, so Baja. Dennis, do you have lots of new people coming to live? Yes? Please keep your questions to the end. We're just saying Hare Krishna. Please write Hare Krishna. You Satanist. Not Satanist, Sanatanist. Sanatanist. Danny says, Jesus would love some prasadam. Yeah. Bronwyn is in Queensland. Ah, okay, that's to Danny. Craig, sorry, I forgot Craig, yes. I've developed this pain in my right hand. I don't know how to fix it. It's quite a disturbance. So today we're discussing Sri Caitanya Caritamrita. Can I read Bhagavad Gita even if I'm high? Yes, but I better not get high. It's Ali Lila, chapter 4, text 35. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Here the use of the verb bhavet, which is in the imperative mood, tells us that this certainly must be done. Non-compliance would be abandonment of duty. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. This imperative is applicable to pure devotees. Neophytes will be able to understand these affairs only after being elevated by regulated devotional service under the expert guidance of the spiritual master. Then they too will be competent to hear of the love affairs of Radha and Krishna. As long as one is in material conditional life, strict discipline is required in the matter of moral and immoral activities. The absolute world is transcendental and free from such distinctions, because therein ebriety is not possible. But in this material world, a sexual appetite necessitates distinction between moral and immoral conduct. There are no sexual activities in the spiritual world. The transaction between lover and beloved in the spiritual world are pure transcendental love and unadulterated bliss. One who has not been attracted by the transcendental beauty of rasa will certainly be dragged down into material attraction, thus to act in material contamination and progress to the darkest region of hellish life. But by understanding the conjugal love of Radha and Krishna, one is freed from the grip of attraction to material so-called love between man and woman. Similarly, if one understands the pure parental love of Nanda and Yashoda for Krishna, he will be saved from being dragged into material parental affection. If one accepts Krishna as the supreme friend, the attraction of material friendship will be finished for him, and he will not be dismayed by so-called friendship with mundane wranglers. If he is attracted by servitorship to Krishna, he will no longer have to serve the material body in the degraded status of material existence with the false hope of becoming master in the future. Similarly, one who sees the greatness of Krishna in neutrality will certainly never again seek the so-called relief of impersonalist or voidist philosophy. If one is not attracted by the transcendental nature of Krishna, one is sure to be attracted to material enjoyment, thus to become implicated in the clinging network of virtuous and sinful activities, and continue material existence by transmigrating from one material body to another. Only in Krishna consciousness can one achieve the highest perfection of life. Omagyantirinandasya yanajana shalakayam chakshunan minitam yena tasmai shri gurave namaha. I was born in the darkness of ignorance, and my spiritual master, His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, has opened my darkened eyes with the torchlight of knowledge. I offer my humble obeisances unto His lotus feet. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Jai.
So, this is in continuation of the last Caitanya Caritamrita class we had, Krishna exhibits these confidential pastimes especially in conjugal relationship, and these pastimes, they appear to be immoral, especially this parakyaras. Parakyaras means conjugal, not conjugal, but the relationship between a lover and beloved without marriage. Just like if a married wife has an affair with a paramour, this is the most degraded type of relationship in this world. But in the spiritual world, it is the highest. In the Bhagavad Gita, there is this example of a banyan tree with its roots upwards and the branches downwards. There is an example of this tree that is positioned at the reservoir of water, a river or a lake. So when you look from the other side, from the other bank, the branches are closer and the roots are further. So this is an analogy to the spiritual world. This material world is emanating, has its roots in the spiritual world. And here, just like that reflection on the water is a perverted reflection of the original tree. Similarly, here in this material world, this is the perverted reflection of these spiritual varieties. So that is why this parakyaras is the most abominable in this world, most immoral. But in the spiritual world, it is the highest. Why is it the highest? Because in that relationship, there's a great excitement. Just like when Krishna disappears from the rasa dance, there is a great excitement, emotion of separation. Sometimes when things are granted, we take them for granted, we don't appreciate sufficiently. And when these things are removed, then we understand the value of things. This, we can say that in case of devotee association, sometimes we become over-familiar and we become disrespectful to the devotees. And then Krishna kicks us out from the devotee association, and then we lament, oh, when I was in the association of devotees, oh, it was so nice. And now I have no association. There are many such devotees in the world. They have no association. They struggle. And they hanker for what we have here in our Bliss London temple. So sometimes Krishna removes the association to increase our desire for the association. Again,
This is the perverted reflection of the spiritual world. In the material world, the separation is an ebriety, brings us suffering. But in the spiritual world, separation is the cause of greatest happiness. This rasa, this mood of separation, vipralamba, is the highest ecstasy. The devotees, they experience more ecstasy in the absence of Krishna. So, this doesn't make any sense if we try to conceive of this by rational thinking. It doesn't make any sense. But from the point of view of feelings, it makes perfect sense. Because the feeling is increased. When you're separated from your friend, from your lover, from your parents, from your family, your desire to meet them and associate with them increases. So, these descriptions of love affairs between Radha and Krishna, most confidential, and Prabhupada says here that the neophytes, without following the regulative principles, Vaidhi Bhakti, they will not be able to assimilate the subject matter. Just like, so many people are writing comments on TikTok. They're completely unable to understand what we talk about. They're like in a different universe. So that is why in every religion, there's a set of rules and regulations. And one must follow that. Because people are not following their religious leaders and scriptures and injunctions. They're not taking up this Krishna consciousness movement. That's the proof that their religious system is bogus. Actually, the religious process is not bogus. But the people who are disobeying the orders, they're bogus. In the Bible it is mentioned, thou shalt not kill. This is one of the 10 commandments. You should not kill. But we see that the Christian countries are the greatest specialists on construction of very scientific slaughterhouses where the animals can be butchered without any mercy. So this is the greatest hypocrisy. These people, they butcher without any compassion, without any feeling. And then they go to church and they pray, thou shalt not kill. They repeat blindly without assimilating the subject matter. Meat eating is condemned everywhere. In Islam, in Christianity. That is why you have all these different restrictions. Don't eat meat on such and such day. And so on, so on. So people are rascals, they're disobeying, they don't follow anything simply for sectarian prestige. They write something, I'm a Christian, I'm a Muslim, Allahu Akbar. That's all they can do. But practically, there's no purification of heart. There's indulging in sinful activities. You should put this on the charge. It's turning off. And when devotees of Krishna consciousness movement come to give further information about God, these people are blaspheming. They're blaspheming. They're making even more difficult Because if you make offenses, if you blaspheme, then Krishna will not give you the intelligence to understand the subject matter. Tesam satatam yuktanam bhajatam pritipurvakam bhuri yogam dadamitam yena mamupayantite. Those who serve me with love, I give the understanding by which they can come to me. Where's Maxim? It disappeared. All of a sudden, mystic power. So you must love God. But what kind of love is this? That, I love the human being and the animals I sent to the slaughterhouse. Is that love of God? That's not love of God. The animals are also created. You cannot create an animal. God created animals. He is the creator. So if you're killing His creation without any mercy, you think that God is very satisfied? Of course not. So these are all dull-headed, blind dogmas for foolish people who are not interested in the subject of God. They're not interested in purifying their existence. They're not interested in acquiring good qualities, purifying their heart, becoming nice, qualified, kind people. They're not interested in that. They're cultivating demonic qualities. And they're using religious terminology to justify their nonsense. So, one who has not been attracted by the transcendental beauty of rasa will certainly be dragged down into material attraction, thus to act in material contamination and progress to the darkest region of hellish life. So those who are not attracted by the subject matter of God and His activities, they will ultimately be degraded to the hellish condition of life. This is not a joke. When we ask you, please come, take part in hearing the Srimad Bhagavatam, Caitanya Caritamrita, come hear about Krishna, discuss about Krishna. This is not a joke. This is not optional. If you do not feel attraction, you must be attracted by the alluring potency of Maya. Must be. Because the soul is Anandamaya Bhyasat. The soul is pleasure seeking, always. Always, always. We're seeking. Where's pleasure? Where's pleasure? Just like now. Oh, nice smell of prasada. Where is pleasure? Where is pleasure? So if you're not attracted to Krishna, you must be attracted by Maya. Those who say, oh, why do I don't need this. I have enough description of God in my scripture. No. If you're not attracted, then you'll be attracted by Maya, by the devil. Param drashtra nivartante. We must acquire this higher taste, higher thinking, higher absorption, higher focus, transcendental. We must. Otherwise, the Maya will dictate. Go and indulge in sinful activities. So sometimes it might be difficult to understand. How are you able to follow all these regulative principles? How is it possible? People have great difficulty to give up illicit sex, intoxication, meat eating, gambling, all these. So the answer is very simple. All these are pushed out by bringing in spiritual activities. Spiritual subject matters, spiritual activities, chanting, hearing, tasting Krishna prasadam. These are all necessary. When we invite you, please come, take prasadam. Don't take it at all. This is for eating. It's not for eating. Yes, eating is there, definitely. But the prime reason why we are inviting you to take prasadam is that when you take prasadam, your pleasure-seeking propensity will be nicely engaged. And if you do not take prasadam, then your tongue will wander into hellish planets. First of all, you taste hellish food and then you travel to the hellish planets. Similarly, if we invite you to come to the class, this is to give you an opportunity to push out the contemplation of mundane subject matters. Because if you meditate on mundane subject matters that are related to the material body and the consequences of the bodily conception, and you'll be attached to the body, and at the time of death, you will think of your body, and then your next life again, you get another body full of miseries. It might not be a human body. It might not be a healthy body. Sometimes I see, you can see on the Facebook or YouTube, people with great, horrible diseases, horrible conditions. The smallest lady in the world, the most gigantic person in the world, they must suffer so much. Anything abnormal, you become the target of jokes and difficult. I am very tall, so wherever I go, I always bang my head everywhere. You also have the experience, huh? This world is not constructed for me. It's constructed for maybe 20 centimeters less. So, but what is that compared to someone, children are born and they suffer some cancer, they die. It's horrible. Or their parents die, they have no protection. So many sufferings are there. You should meditate on this. Don't meditate on beautiful girls and money and power. Useless. You meditate on the consequences of taking birth again in this world. Lord Buddha, when he was growing up, his father sheltered him from all these 4 sufferings of material existence. So little Buddha, he would never see birth. Whenever there was pregnancy, the father would, put the woman somewhere else. No, don't go. He never seen death. As soon as someone became sick, again he was taken aside. So he never saw anyone sick. And he never saw an old man. His father, he wanted to manipulate reality. He said, I'm going to make my son so happy. He will feel so happy not knowing the real nature of material world. So we're all like Lord Buddha's father. We have all these distractions, social media distractions, artificial intelligence distractions, politicians promising all kinds of nonsense things that they can never fulfill. So we live in this illusion. I will never die. Maharaj Yudhishthira said that the most mysterious thing is that although we see, we're not like Buddha, we see death all around us. Just like now in the Ukraine, so many people are dying on the battlefield. It's a massive slaughterhouse there. It is going on. In Gaza also, I heard that they killed the hostages. Killed them. Horrible. But although we see all of this in the news and from friends we hear, and maybe someone in our family died, we'll still maintain this idea that I will never die. Me, I am exceptional. All the others die, I will live forever. I have explained this in my book, History of Atheism. And this is due to bodily conception of life, because the body never dies. Body never dies. You know why?
It was never alive.
Huh?
The body is never alive in the first place. So.
Yes, very good. The body is never alive, so it can never die. The elements of the body, they simply transform into another form. Right? When they put a dead body in the ground, the worms eat it, and the worms pass stool. That gives nourishment to the soil. The plants grow. Then you cut the vegetables. He's cutting now vegetables. Put it in the sabji. You eat it. The energy travels. It's never destroyed. Even the materialistic scientists, they have this law of preservation of energy. See, the spirit soul disappears from the body. All of a sudden, tick, it's gone. But the body is there. So because we think we're the body, that's why we think that we will never die. You follow this point? Because we identify with that body, with that energy, material energy, and that material energy does not disappear after death. This body does not disappear. Your soul disappears. But the body stays there on the deathbed. And because you think I'm that body, you think that, oh, I will live forever. This is our illusion. So, no, you're not the body. You're a spirit soul, and you'll be separated by force from the body. No more, you rascal. You have been enjoying here the senses, now no more. Next. You didn't learn your lesson. Next. You must go next. Try again. And then again, you put in the baby body, you're growing, the body is growing, and you get born. You're learning ABCD, getting bullied in school, grow up. Where's my partner looking, on Tinder? Again, the same problem. Where's food? Where's sex? Where's this? This is insanity. When you think about it, the samsara is insanity. Because every life, we're looking for the same thing and we can't find it. Or even if we find it, then we separate it again. Then death comes and again you have to build up the structure. So that's why an intelligent person, he inquires, Atato Brahma Jigyasa. Why am I here? Why is this going on? So then you come, yes, I must do something. Then you come, yoga, control my senses. Then you come, bhakti, this is natural. Not just cutting out the senses, but replacing the senses. Replacing the subject matter of contemplation. Radha and Krishna. So Prabhupada says here that one who is attracted by the Radha Krishna pastimes, he will not be victimized by these conjugal affairs. Not be victimized. He will not be attracted by beautiful men, beautiful women. Oh. Just like Lord Chaitanya says, Nadhanam, Najanam, Nasundarim. I don't want any wealth, I don't want any followers, and I don't want any beautiful women. Similarly, you will not be dragged into the material relationship of parenthood. These are all different rasas. Rasa means a mellow feeling that we have in that relationship. You have a different feeling when you interact with your girlfriend, boyfriend, or husband and wife, although that is also love. But that love is different than the love you feel towards your parents. Right? Things that you would do with your girlfriend, you don't do with your mother. Okay? So these are different rasas. So this parenthood also is a rasa. And if you become attracted by the pastimes of Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda, how they are taking care of Krishna, then you become free from the attachment to this parenthood. False parenthood. Every life you have a mother and father and children. You had so many children. Every life you have some children. And there's your brahmachari. So this is false. This parenthood, this family attachment is false. We don't say that you neglect your family. No, you take care, you protect. But nevertheless, it is false. It is temporary and it is simply bodily related. Prabhupada explains, why do I love my wife? Because there is some bodily connection. And because I don't have bodily connection with some random woman in the street, I don't care for her. She might get even raped or killed in front of my eyes. I don't go, it's not my wife, I don't care. If it was my wife, I would take a gun and shoot his brains out. But a spiritually realized person, he sees that everyone is my family. Vidya vinaya sampane brahman gavehastini. Sunichaiva swapakecha pandita samadarshan. That is real pandita. Really learned man. He sees the spirit soul is in every body. Every single body. There's a spirit soul. Even in the plants. There's a spirit soul in the plants. Those who are vegan, we have some bad news. There are spirit souls in plants. Still killing plants. That's why you should become a devotee and you should offer your food to Krishna. Krishna will accept everything, provided it is offered from these four groups. Patram pushpam palam toyam. Leaf, water, fruit, flower. He will accept it and he will purify that offering. So even there is some killing involved, Krishna takes that karma. Krishna purifies that. But Krishna never says that you go and offer me chicken or a cow. You can take milk, but don't kill the cow. So that is the vision of a truly spiritual person. He sees everyone as a spirit soul, situated in a different level of spiritual advancement. And he also sees his enemies and blasphemers and demons. He also sees that actually is a pure spirit soul deep inside. There's a deep layer of contamination that obliges him to act like this. He's not even in control of his own actions. The modes are in control. Prakati kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvasya. Ankara vimudatma kartahamiti manyate. He's thinking that I'm doing. It's me. But actually, the more he's thinking that, the more the material modes of nature are controlling. So a spiritually realized person, he does not take any offense because he sees, oh, this spirit soul is sleeping. And he's trying to awaken him. But he does not take offense. So everyone, every living entity is on the path of evolutionary perfection from the spiritual point of view. Someone will take a long time, someone will take a short time, but everybody is part and parcel of Krishna. So there's no question of, oh, this is my family. A pure devotee, for him the whole world is one family, the whole universe. And someone who's attracted by the servitorship, because these are different relationships, parenthood, servitorship, conjugal. So one who is attracted from the servitorship point of view, he will lose his desire to lord it over the material nature. Because we're trying to control the material world, we become subservient to so many masters in this world. So if you become attracted to the service of Krishna, you become relieved from the service to all so many masters. And similarly, if you're attracted in a neutral position, neutral, that is also possible. Then you become free from the attraction for this impersonal liberation, merging. So even in this case, this is an example how by practicing Krishna consciousness, one gives up all these lower types of pleasure. These are not real pleasures because they're temporary. Even if one goes to the Brahma Jyoti, even if he gains liberation from the material existence altogether, because he has not approached Krishna in person, his pleasure-seeking propensity will oblige him to take birth again in this material world. His intelligence is not purified. So this is why these pastimes are important. This is why the information about Krishna is important for all religious people. This is not meant for Hindus, Krishna consciousness. It is meant for everyone. It is the wonderful addition to what great prophets and masters and Lord Jesus and all these others have already taught. This is the part 2. Take the part 2. Don't remain foolish. Take the part 2. Part 1, even that people have difficulty, follow the principles. But even if it, see, we can even help with that. Prabhupada says that if you become Krishna conscious, you become a better Christian, better Muslim, better Jew. Everything better. Krishna is the purifying agent for all ills of the society, all deviations in religion. Everything is rectified. This is the magic of Krishna. Okay, so any questions? YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. If you have any question, right now. Right now, right now.
I have one question.
Yes, take the mic.
How do you become attracted to Krishna in a neutral way?
In neutral way, how you become attracted? Well, these rasas, they're originally there in everyone's heart. They're constitutionally. You know, so when you do your bhajan, when you follow the regulative principles, then it spontaneously awakens that attraction. Whatever is your rasa. Everybody is different. So your particular relationship is revealed in due course. Okay?
Thank you.
Question on Facebook, TikTok, sorry.
Yes.
Tejas is asking,
Tejas, welcome back.
how can I access my wisdom rather than using my intellect for restraining my senses or for any...
You must render
desire?
service. You must do some service. Intellect is not sufficient. You must practically engage, just like these devotees here. They practically engage in devotional service. Waking up early, doing puja, mangalartik, chanting rounds, hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, Caitanya Caritamrita, then going out, collecting donations, or working, giving donations. Everybody must be engaged.
Another question on TikTok.
Yeah.
The twins grand mum plus 4. How can we do this when we work, you live in serenity, not outside life?
You give donation. You work, so you're getting salary. What are you doing with the salary? Give it to us. Support the preachers. Then your work will be sanctified. Then you'll be working for Krishna. That is required. Not simply peace. We're not into peace. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna encourages Arjuna to fight. Peace is good, but then you have to also engage in your relationship. We have a relationship with Krishna, so you must engage in that relationship. Do something. Simply talking will not do.
So the same lady, she says, no, then my family goes without.
Your family goes without? Why?
So kindly maybe you can clarify. Twins grand.
You encourage your family also to chant Hare Krishna. Why are you excluding your family? Family, they also have a right to become Krishna conscious. Not only you. Don't be selfish.
Okay, so in the meantime, there's Tejas is also elaborating. How can I be purely determined to get fixed into the perfect consciousness?
Well, you have to associate with those who are fixed. By association, you acquire the same qualities. But if you do not associate and on your own, you cannot do this on your own. On your own, you are controlled by nature. Yeah?
Okay, the twins grand says, because I give you my money, who pays for my rent? Like she wouldn't be able to pay the rent, she says, if she would donate for the...
So £1 you cannot give? We don't say you all the money so you don't have money to pay rent. But I see so many nonsense people are buying. So much nonsense they're buying. So instead of buying nonsense, you give a donation. What's the difficulty? We're not asking you to give money for your rent to the temple. Now where are you going to live? You should have some sense. You give all the money for rent and then getting kicked out from the apartment, and this is Krishna consciousness.
Okay, she says that now I understand. Thank you.
Yeah. We have to use some common sense. But let's say you were Mr. Jeff Bezos, or you have 10 billions, and how much rent you can pay with that, and still you don't give, then you're a big rascal. See, if you have and you don't give, that's a problem. If you don't have, you can't give, okay, well then you can render some service, or you bring some fruit to the temple, or so many different ways you can serve. It's not that we want money. But if you have money and you're not using it for Krishna, that is sinful.
Baby Metatron is asking
Yes.
these names. I'm confused about offering food to Krishna. Do you offer food that you are eating after?
No. We have a pamphlet, how to offer food to Krishna. So if someone can link it up, maybe Hamsini. We have a whole pamphlet where the procedure is explained. But the process is that you have a separate plate for Krishna, and before you eat, you put it on the plate and you put it in front of the picture of Krishna. And you ring a bell and you chant these mantras that are explained in the pamphlet. And then you wait some time, 15 minutes. And then when Krishna eats, then you can eat the same food. That is prasadam. Not that you eat and then you offer to Krishna. Before you eat, you offer to Krishna.
Okay, so also someone is asking about Mahabharata. You don't answer that, or?
No Mahabharata now. Caitanya Caritamrita.
And also Tejas is again asking, how can I be detached from the fruit of the actions that I do?
You give money. You do some action, so there's some result. Nobody is doing anything without any result. So whatever the result of that action is, you dedicate it to Krishna. Or for the propagation of Krishna's movement.
And this lady, she says that she finds you rude and condescending.
Go away. Who is asking you to watch this? Turn it off and go somewhere else. I'm speaking the truth. If you want to advance, you accept it. If you don't want to, if you are find unnecessary faults, then how can I help you? Go somewhere else. We don't need you. There's so many devotees here. They're advancing by hearing these classes. You think they're fools?
Alright, so that's...
There's no need to read this kind of nonsense comments and questions. We have a question, that's it.
Sure. Okay, so that's for now. TikTok is done.
That is the greatest rudeness, that you have money that you have stolen from Krishna. Because everything is the property of Krishna and you're enjoying the money. And when we ask you, please kindly, can you return at least £1? You say, oh, no, I cannot. That is the greatest rudeness. Isn't it? Isn't it, Sleeping Beauties? Yes? Isn't it? Okay, that's it?
That's it, TikTok. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much. Gabriela. Srinivas, how can we increase strength to do service? By hearing. Michelle says, truth is hard to swallow. Yeah. Gabriela, within a community of devotees, can it happen that all have the same rasa? Can this aspect of having the same rasa be one of the reasons why someone feels more connection and inspiration to associate with certain devotees? I'm trying to understand why we feel more inspired to associate with certain devotees in comparison with others. Okay, first of all these rasas and swarupas and so on, this is on a very, very elevated platform, pretty much on the topmost platform of Krishna consciousness. So someone who says that, oh, I have attraction for this, or I have attraction for this rasa, he's a nonsense. You know, a pure devotee who is really realizing his relationship, he will not talk about it. And certainly the Guru also will not talk about these things so cheaply. So that is automatically revealed. What we have to discuss and what we should be attracted to is devotees who are following the bona fide spiritual master and are strict in sadhana and fixed in the understanding of Krishna. So we should be focusing on that. Don't seek now at this point association of some devotees who so-called discuss, all these different confidential pastimes. They're all cheaters. Right now we should focus on searching for association that is sincere, that is following the regulative principles. Like that. Then we can advance automatically. When the heart is purified, all these things, they will automatically be revealed. Gabriela says, I was referring to unknowingly. There might be some, yes, there might be some attraction, subconscious attraction, but there is no need to discuss this because, we can also be misguided. Follow the regulative principles. That is what Prabhupada says. Don't be after these very highly confidential rasas and so on and so on. That will come later. Alexandra says, our rasa for Krishna should be dasya, servant rasa. Exactly, yes. Then we have different rasas between devotees and other people in this world. No. Rasa is with Krishna. Only with Krishna. These are when we have, some rasa for other devotees. That has been discussed in the purport. That this is the perversion of or you can say reflection of the original rasa. But the rasa is with Krishna, relationship with Krishna.
I'm seeing she has a question.
Yes.
Before that, just someone in TikTok is asking where he can chat with us. Just like, where can I chat to you guys to get more information? Neon Dreamscape.
Just write a message on the TikTok, no? Yeah, is anybody is responding these messages to TikTok? Who is in charge? No one was appointed.
TikTok? You have a TikTok?
The account?
Yeah.
Yes.
The messages?
Yes.
Okay, so you write on TikTok, write a personal message and devotees will answer.
My question. Is it possible... are you reading the Facebook comments? Can I ask my question? Okay.
Oh, Nityananda is in charge. Okay, so Nityananda will respond.
Is it possible to have like perfect japa and perfect hearing and dealings with the devotees on a neophyte platform?
Yeah?
Nice try.
Okay.
Otherwise, how you will advance? Alexander, but Prabhu, we have relationships with people in this world, so we have rasas. Yeah, we have the perverted rasas. That is material, not transcendental, Shiva says, yes. Yeah. Okay. Is that all? Let's go.
Yes, that's it. Yeah. Well, someone is already asking for the kirtan, so.
Okay. Grantaraj Shri Caitanya Caritamrita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Guru Premanandi.
Hari Hari Bo.
Namaste Paraya Krishna Stay Bhurturi Shamana Bhakti Vedanta Samani Dhamani Namaste Saraswati Guru Brajari Nani Shri Shri Vari Bhashata. I have an interview at 10 o'clock, so I will have to go at 10.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Room. Yeah, just leave it on and the second one live inside the house. And please continue, you can just take this one. And also the battery, and also the cap for it.
You can just cancel it. You just have to cancel the
You do.
you can just put it on OBS.
No, but OBS is supposed to do crazy.
No, just cancel OBS. It goes on OBS.
The whole OBS. Yeah. So then don't need the color anymore.
But just put it on
So we can disconnect also Facebook. No more. Sorry, but I don't understand. You also disconnect the Facebook?
Yes.